Okay, Ramblers, let's get rambling.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
It's Some Dumb Guy again. For you, it's been a few days. For me, it's been about 30 seconds. But welcome back. We're on to GRUVy. This is a recent discovery of mine. Now, as my regular viewers know, I don't stream. I don't have any streaming services whatsoever. However, I have had access to other people's at their home periodically and have been introduced to things. And I was introduced to this TV show, and prior to watching it, the scope of my familiarity with it was, I knew the title, I recognized the title. I knew nothing about what the show was about. So I went into this completely blind. First episode, immediately fell in love with it. I went through this at what for me would be breakneck pace as far as availability and accessibility goes. But fell in love with it, finished it, and the show ended after 3 seasons, but has now been picked up for like a returning 4th after a couple years. I don't know how that's going to play out. It's dicey. The news is dicey. The information is dicey. The time frame is dicey. So I'm getting this. This is going to be solid. Whether or not the 4th season presents itself or not, that's a whole other matter. But this I had to have. Ted Lasso, The Richmond Way, all 3 seasons on sale at GRUVy. And no, this was just a must own for me. I could not resist having this. I will never have access to Apple TV, which is where this is done at. And this is a definite rewatch at some point. And there's so many uses and meme abilities I can get off of this thing. I had to. I love the show. I can't praise Ted Lasso enough. If anybody has access to it, not that I promote streaming, but if you have access to it and you haven't seen it yet, I couldn't recommend it enough. I absolutely love it. Next up, another TV series that I watched when it was new on air in the early mid-90s. 93, 94. I think it ran about 2 seasons. I think the 2nd season was abbreviated. Starring that guy. Starring Bruce Campbell. And a bunch of random guest stars. This ran on network TV. It's a Warner Brothers release. I thought it was off Fox originally, but it doesn't appear to have been, thankfully. It's a Warner Brothers production. But anyway, it is The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr., that wacky, off-the-hook Western comedy series that inspires amusement and dread and everything Bruce Campbell brings to the table. I remember having fun at that sucker 30 years ago. Oh, God. Speaking of fun, this is something I had picked up and watched on TV when it was new, and because there's no year on that, I don't know when this was. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see a copyright date on this box at all. It's probably another case that's going to be swapped out because it's just 7 discs. But never saw the whole thing, but had fun with it for what it was. Animated children's stuff, but you know, every now and then we like to unleash the youth in us all. This is the complete series of Teen Titans. Now, I would have preferred to get this on Blu-ray. It is available on Blu-ray. However, while this often drops down to a reasonable price, I don't know off the top of my head what I paid. It'll be on the screen as usual, but I have regularly seen it available at $19.99 on GRUVy, on Amazon over the years, past couple years. I just never pulled the trigger. I kept waiting for the Blu-ray price to come down to a comparable level, which usually happens. Except it wasn't happening there, and I got tired of waiting. So maybe I jumped the gun, maybe not. Maybe someday I'll upgrade, maybe not. But it'll get us a case swap, if nothing else. I went to war with myself over this next one because I didn't really need it. I don't know if I really wanted it, but it was there and it was on sale, and for all intents and purposes at a great price. Hey, sugar. Just navigating the obstacle course. Purposes at a great price. Hey, sugar. Just navigating the obstacle course. Purposes at a great price. Hey, sugar. Just navigating the obstacle course. So I did what I did, and I got it. And this one and my next one are both kind of dubious choices for me, but it is a 4K collection. It is the Jaws, what they call the 3-movie collection, or on the Blu-ray it was known as the sequel movie collection, I think. So it's Jaws 2, Jaws 3, and Jaws the Revenge. Now I have Jaws on 4K, and I maintain the other sequels on Blu-ray because I'm not the biggest fan of them. But for the price I got this, and what it came down to per movie, and I've heard good things about how Jaws 2 looks, and I have mixed feelings about that film, but I don't know if I'll ever watch 3 and 4 again. That's where my big debate was. Like, I could have just bought part 2 on 4K, and called it quits and left 3 and 4 as they were. But, you know, these are the life of a collector problem that we go in sometimes for a savings and still realize we threw money away because it's not something we wanted or needed necessarily, as this is going to be another 4K trilogy. I already own these. I own these on individual releases, and I got this for the space-saving purposes and because it was a great enough price that I could somewhat justify it, although it was completely unnecessary. This is the new Halloween trilogy in one 4K set in a standard thickness 4K instead of the 3 individual ones I currently have. Yeah, I probably could have worked out my magic and scanned and redid the insert and just combined them, but I don't always have the appropriate 4K cases to do that with. They're not as abundantly available as DVD and Blu-ray cases are. So that's it. I'm sorry, this one went a lot longer. Maybe we'll just separate the groove. We'll make this an inadvertent 3-parter instead of 2. This is way overboard for how many titles I went over. I am sorry. Thank you for those of you who stuck with me. I'm a little delusional. It's late, and I started this way too late tonight. So anyway, comments, thoughts, feelings, opinions on any of this. Word box, let me know. Did you pick up anything? Word box, let me know. Say hi to Buddy. Say hi to Sugar. Word box below. What are you looking at? There's something over there. You're looking at a wall. Silly boy. There's nothing near. Huh? Nothing near. Anyway, good night, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I shall see you next time. Bye-bye.
Alan.